I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call.
Commissioner Butler. Here. Commissioner Clausen.
Here.
Commissioner Cox.
Here.
Commissioner Phipps.
Here.
Mayor Hall.
Here. Consent agenda. Items listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted by one motion. No separate discussion of these items will occur unless a council member requests an item to be removed from the consent agenda. If an item is removed from the consent agenda, it will be considered elsewhere on the agenda for this meeting. Prior to asking for a motion to approve the consent agenda, the mayor will ask if anyone desires to remove an item from the consent agenda for public discussion. Would any council members like to remove any items? Hearing none. I move the minutes of the regular meeting of May the 5th, 2026, the bills and payroll for the first half of May 2026, and the mayor's bill for the IML are approved. Can I have a second to that motion?
Second.
Commissioner Cox, and roll call.
Commissioner Butler. Yes. Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes. Presentations, petitions, and communications. Portions of the city council meeting is reserved for persons who desire to address the council. The Illinois Open Meetings Act mandates the city council may not take action on comments received on matters that have not been identified on this agenda, but the council may direct staff to address the topic or refer the matter for action on the agenda for another meeting. Persons addressing the council are requested to limit their presentation to 3 minutes and to avoid repetitious comments. We also would ask you state your name and address for the record as well as stand when speaking. Would anybody like to address the council on any items offhand? Anybody? Anybody online would like to do that?
There's no one online.
No one online, okay. All right, so the first thing we got tonight is a presentation. I'm going to ask Chief Hilligoss to come forward.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. Got another feel-good story for you. It's got several people that I'm going to introduce you to as I go through this call that happened back on April 3rd. So when I get to you, all that were involved, come on up here and gather around. Then we'll do one big fixture at the end. So on April 3rd at 3:41 in the afternoon, our dispatch, CCOM, received a call from the stadium group. This was a medical call for a person down. I think it originally came in as an illness, but it didn't take too long for the dispatcher to figure out that it was a full cardiac arrest. So the dispatcher, Sam Renfro, come on up, Sam. Our dispatchers do a phenomenal job. They're the voice that is always heard, but the face that is rarely seen. And they do a great job telling us where to go and what to do. So without them, the whole 911 system would be a broken system. But Sam took the call, and talking to an employee, was beginning to talk them through CPR. But there just happened to be 2 first responders there that day. Tony Lee, who is an Illinois State Trooper, and Ryan Berkheimer, who is Charleston Fire's Assistant Chief. So they go and they are assessing the situation and jump in immediately with CPR. The last time I was up here and did this, I made the comment of how early CPR saves lives. Here's another perfect example. And these 2 guys, I know both, and it's just a perfect example of all first responders. It could have been not them 2 and any other 2, that when something happens, we jump in. And this day was no different. So these guys start doing CPR, and then Sam had dispatched both Mitchell Jordan and us. These types of calls require lots of hands. A lot of things have to be done simultaneously at the same time. So she dispatched Mitchell Jordan, which had paramedic Aaron Creel, and EMT Tasha Brown. And then on our engine was Captain Barry Bowen, engineer Zach Dye, paramedic Jake Matthews, who is currently on a cardiac transport to Carl as we speak, otherwise he would be here, and his partner Jed Jones. No, I don't think, oh yeah, next year, come on up, Jed. All these people played a pivotal role in having an awesome outcome. So I'm now going to turn it over to our EMS coordinator, Mike Schwenke, and Lucas Ruhal to make a presentation to all these folks. Thanks, Chief. Yes.
So before I start, I'd like to thank the council for allowing us to be president of the meeting, and truly celebrate the responders within our community, right? I'd like to introduce paramedic lead instructor Lucas Ruhal. He's going to be helping me pass out some of the awards. And I'd like to extend the gratitude of EMS Medical Director Joshua Novak. In fact, he was having to work an ED shift today. Mentioned by Chief Elgas, we're here to recognize and celebrate our responders for a job well done. But it's extra special this week because May 17th through the 23rd is National EMS Week. And the theme for this year's couldn't be more fitting. Improving outcomes together. And together we did. I'd just like to take a moment and recognize and celebrate and say thank you to the incredible responders that are in the room. And recognize and just celebrate with you for the incredible service and commitment that you have to our community. We're truly blessed to have you here. Each year, there's over 350,000 Americans that experience out-of-hospital cardiac arrest. About 90% of those are fatal, leaving the 10% as the United States survivability rate. However, outcomes improved dramatically if CPR started and AED is deployed. And we just want to recognize the responders that took part in the event, from the off-duty responders that started CPR, to the responding medic unit, to the fire department. In the emergency medical services, the challenge coin is presented as a symbol of recognition and honor, as well as a reflection of tradition, legacy, originating from the military culture. It serves as a reminder to emergency personnel that they are something, or more than something, of greater than themselves. The challenge coin also holds a deep personal meaning for the responder who carries it, and they represent the defining moment of life, from a life saved, to a difficult call, to respect earned from peers and leadership. The small in size, the challenge coin embodies courage, service, trust. And on behalf of Sarah McFlink and the EMS system, along with the EMS medical director, we would like to present the following awards.
So before you get started, this presentation is going to get some assistance. I would like everybody to meet the patient, Cole Buck.
You have any words before we go further?
I just want to say I appreciate it. I'm here and so.
Okay. So with that, again, it's Mr. Buckles to help us facilitate the awards. So off-duty Assistant Chief Paramedic Ryan Burkheimer. You'll always say Trooper Cody Lee. Emergency medical dispatcher Samantha Renfro. Paramedic Aaron Creel. Emergency medical technician Dr. Brown. Again, paramedic firefighter Jacob Matthews, not with us currently. Emergency medical technician firefighter Jed Jones. And paramedic engineer Zach Dye. Firefighter Captain Barry Fuller. And without you guys, we wouldn't be here doing this, right? You guys gave Mr. Buckles an opportunity to spend another day with his family, with his friends, and to be in our community. So, again, thank you.
Right up in front of this podium so I can get a picture. And anybody else who wants to take a picture, now will be the time.
Sure, sir.
No. Get in there. Be afraid. Mercy. Oh, I guess I'm ready. All right, stay there. Yeah, we could be tiny, not.
Thank you.
Thank you all. That's later.
Let's look at them all right now. Okay, now we're back. See how God been there. How are you? Daniel Ryan. Let's do that. You did? So I just.
Fancy.
So-
So.
So. Still. Nice job, Jeff.
You what?
Nice job.
Oh, thank you.
Right?
Now I need to cool down there here.
All right. Okay. Anything else? All right, next item on the agenda is new business. And Commissioner Butler.
Okay, motion to adopt ordinance number 2026-5506, approving a redevelopment plan and project for the 6th Street and Lafayette Avenue TIF redevelopment project area for the city of Mattoon, Illinois.
And a second to that motion,
Second, Mayor.
Commissioner Phipps, and any comments on these? I don't know if you want to make general.
No, just by, I don't know if it's really by statute or not, but by normal practice, they do this in 3 ordinances.
Okay.
So establishing the project plan, establishing the district itself, and then establishing the TIF
Okay.
overall.
Okay. Any other comments? Anybody have questions?
I'd just like to add briefly, as board president of Matt Data Motion, this has been something that's been in the works for the past 7 years. Since before I ever moved to this community, I do believe that seeing these 3 motions supporting the work of hundreds of community members that came together twice in a 5-year period to say, hey, housing is one of the most pressing needs of our time in Mattoon. Not once, but twice, so it's one of them. And then also, I think 2022, we convened over 100 people each in our community. One of the top 6 issues that came up for residents of our community was housing. And TIF, honestly, as a non-governmental municipality, is really the only tool we have to create new housing in our community. That's why I rolled as board president of Matt's in Motion and as the community development director for the city. I urge you for this.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cox,
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps,
Abstain.
Commissioner Butler,
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to adopt ordinance number 2026-5507, designating the 6th Street and Lafayette Avenue TIF redevelopment project area for the city of Mattoon, Illinois.
And a second to that motion?
Second, Mayor.
Commissioner Phipps, and now any other questions on this? All right, roll call.
Commissioner Cox,
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps,
Abstain.
Commissioner Butler,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to adopt ordinance number 2026-5508, adopting tax increment allocation financing within the 6th Street and Lafayette Avenue TIF redevelopment project area.
And a second to that motion.
Second, Mayor.
Commissioner Phipps, and roll call.
Commissioner Phipps,
Abstain.
Commissioner Butler,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Cox,
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to adopt special ordinance number 2026-2010, approving the final subdivision plat of the Miracle subdivision. Owners Kenneth and Michelle Miracle, PIN number 06-000755-000.
And a second to that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Cox, and on this one, Kyle, you.
Yeah, so it's passed unanimously from the plan last week. Essentially, they're just taking 2 acres. To one of these, it would potentially add a new house to the Mattoon Coles County area. That's the staff number. They pass. They're also here tonight if there's any questions might have.
Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Butler,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cox,
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to adopt resolution number 2026-3343, establishing a communication policy and social media use policy.
And a second to that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Cox, and comments on this.
Been working on this for the last couple months, just a communication policy to get better information out to the public, along with a social media policy, and look forward to getting this out. Everyone knows we're putting more stuff out on Facebook all the time, so this is just trying to set those guidelines and what the department heads need to report to myself, what I need to report to the council, and so just trying to get a clear policy in place.
Very good. Any other questions?
Yes, actually, Kyle, you had asked for our input. Did you make changes to this policy based on that input?
Yes. Yeah. And so a lot of it was more of like who would be, again, like if I go out of town, who's going to be second in command, who will be that person. I will appoint that person when I leave.
So what if it's an emergency and you don't have that opportunity?
If I don't have that opportunity, then I mean, that's going to be really a council decision. I mean, if it's something that happens before I leave, like if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, Is that,
No, I'm just saying, we all could.
right, that one you guys would have to get together and put somebody in that position. But, other than that, basically, if I'm going to be out of town or something, I will designate somebody until we get to a point where we have a deputy, manager. And once we have a deputy manager, that would be the person.
So it reads that we would follow the next member of the chain of command, but in the chain of command, it's not delineated out.
So, I mean, like, chain of command would be like if it's a public works, thing, they would go to Dave Clark. If it was a, incident that would be involving fire or usually a lot of emergency management, it would be Jeff or,
No, I mean for you. It says for you, we would follow the chain of command, but that's not delineated out.
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
just curious.
Until we adopt a, a deputy manager, there is not somebody yet.
So, and then do we have a primary communications designee?
Not yet. We're working on that. I hope to have that in the next couple weeks.
So section 3, number 3, maintain clear decision authority. It does add the designated acting city manager shall assume this authority, but that's the only time I see this. So do some of those lines of succession for your department need to include that in other places in this?
It's actually in there 3 times.
You see a 3? I saw,
Well, it just says the acting city manager
you found a 3
to
times.
assume authority.
So
Okay.
if I'm leaving town, I will appoint somebody acting until we, make that position a permanent position.
So, and then also it says if you're unavailable, the department head should notify the acting city manager. So I think we just need to maybe spend a little bit more time delineating these things out so that the communications policy is clear on the communication and how it would take place and who those people would be.
I think that comes into play on item 6D, emergency, and I go back to the water crisis of July 25. It designates you, but I do think that assistant city manager has to have that role.
Right.
And I'm kind of like Commissioner Butler on that. Maybe it's just tweaking a few things with language.
Yeah.
But I think overall it's a pretty good plan. There's a few minor adjustments. So my take on this is maybe one final revision, send it to all of us, and then maybe next council meeting approve it.
Yeah, I think that like even on the strategic objectives, we're saying acknowledge citizen inquiries within 1 business day. How are we doing that? Who's responsible for that? Assign clear ownership of each inquiry. How are we doing this? Who's doing it? Who's doing the follow-up? I just think that,
Yeah.
If you delineate too much, you can set everybody up for that.
right, but we can at least delineate who's in place of Kyle.
Agreed, but
Yeah.
just, if you get too much in the weeds spelling out things, you can set an organization up.
Right. But you're delineated. Like your people report to you. Like this is for
Some,
like bigger scale. Well, they're supposed to. So I just think that that's where, we're missing the who. Who's the person? Who's the designated? Even if it's like a department director without a name, I think that we need the who is it? If you're gone tomorrow, or God forbid, you have a cardiac event, who do we call? They aren't going to answer Kyle's questions, I don't think.
And the biggest part is, it depends on the situation, on the instance, I could put, no offense, I could put Alex in charge of something, and if it's a major police incident, really Ryan or Sam would be the ones that would take charge of that incident. So it works difficult, when we had the school shooting, Jeff Branson was basically the primary guy in charge. I grabbed his phone and I answered his phone for him all day long, but he was the expert in that situation. So
So our guiding principle is ensure no surprises. And then we say, department head shall notify the city manager. And then in the event that the city manager will be absent, they will designate an acting city manager to assume authority. And if that can't be done, than it is to follow a chain of command that isn't well delineated down. Like, you only report to us. Well, there's 5 of us.
Well, so like if the incident, what it's meaning to say is if that's an incident, that's a water break and they can't get a hold of me or my designee, they go to Dave Clark. And then Dave would, depending on what the situation was, how urgent it was, he would notify you guys. I mean, it's hard to get every little detail on something like that because you're really not going to know until you have that. But having one main person in charge is the most important part of it, which would be me unless I'm out of town.
This is a communication plan, not a disaster recovery plan, which we have documented. And it really tells how you solve problems, not necessarily how to communicate the problems. Again, this is the first one. This document's about 15 pages long. It's the first one we've had. It'll go through other changes. There's no doubt there'll be other changes in this. I know everybody's had a chance to have input into this before we got here. So this is better than having nothing, much better. So are we going to make more changes? Absolutely, we will.
I'm going to review it. It says that it'll be reviewed every year and
Right.
adjustments made.
So if we add an assistant for you, we can amend this as
Oh, yeah,
needed.
yeah.
I think that person would, as part of their job description, would want to know where they fit into this as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments?
So Commissioner Butler mentioned that she had changes. Were those incorporated?
That's what I understood. Yes. I mean, no one's given me any real wording that they would like to see in there.
So you
Just-
never heard from me, who, how?
Well, yeah, and
Okay.
that's what I tried to do. I mean, that's what we put in there. Yes, again, I don't. You want the actual flow chart or whatever. It may be different for different situations, but yeah, I mean, if you want to make
I mean, I think you need to specify who the person is. Like, if it is an acting city manager, then what role plays that part?
and so,
You know what I mean? Like, because otherwise it means nothing. Like, if we don't know and something happens to you, then we truthfully have no one.
well, and that's what I think.
Nobody just-
Before I leave, I would designate somebody, and we just haven't got to that point yet, who that is going to be.
Other questions, comments?
So the way it stands now, you could, if you're leaving for this weekend, you could appoint Chief Hurst.
Yeah.
Next weekend, you leave, you can appoint Alex.
Yep.
Third weekend, you could do something different.
Yep.
Way it stands now.
Because, I mean, if I might be going this weekend, Ryan might be going this weekend, then I'd appoint somebody else. Jeff.
Okay. If no other comments, roll call.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps,
Yes.
Commissioner Butler,
No.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to approve council decision request 2026-2690, awarding the bid in the amount of $113,600 from Mid-Illinois Concrete for the 2026 MFT General Street Maintenance PCC Concrete and authorizing the mayor to sign the IDOT BLR 12330 26-00000-03-GM.
And a second to that motion.
Second, Mayor.
Commissioner Phipps, and any comments on this one?
I would just say this is an estimated cost for multiple different kinds of concrete mixes that the city may use for different things. So, I mean, it might not be this much, but it's a requirement that we do that. And then at the end of the year, we'll do a final statement of expenditures.
Okay. Any other questions? Roll call.
Commissioner Cox?
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps?
Yes.
Commissioner Butler?
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen?
Yes.
Mayor Hall?
Yes.
Motion to approve council decision request 2026-2691, accepting the quote in the amount of $50,000 from RCR Equipment LLC for the purchase of a used 2017 Ford F-750 bucket truck with trade-in of a 2008 Ford F-750 bucket truck and a 2002 Craftco Super Shop 125 crack sealer.
And a second to that motion.
Second, Mayor.
Mr. Phipps. And comments, anybody?
Mainly, we were just trying to replace the bucket truck that we had that no longer works and no longer can get parts for. And so getting rid of some other equipment that we're not really using. So we'll trade in.
Very good.
Did we get bids on those?
Yes, we searched the internet and different things to find, because we were looking for used. And a new one would have been over $210,000. So we were trying to find a good used one, low hours, low mileage. And so we did shop several different places and tried to get different bids. And that was the cheapest one we could find with the low hours.
You didn't solicit bids, you just went out and tried to find them.
Correct.
Okay.
So Dave, does it make any sense to, whether it's this or we've got an outdated street sweeper, does it make any sense to lease for 3 or 4 years and have a brand new piece of equipment with the warranty because we're getting a 2017 and to me, we're giving up one and we're just taking on something almost 10 years old and it's going to be, did you ever consider leasing? And I don't even know if there's a market for that.
There is a market for that. We have looked at that. In fact, had a discussion just last week with the city of Charleston, and that's what they're doing with their street sweeper. Basically a lease, and then after 5 years, okay, it's kind of like your copier. You release it for 5 years, and then here comes another one to replace it. So have looked at that. Just it's still very expensive, all of them, no matter how you look at it.
Okay. Because this time next year, we may have the same discussion on street sweepers. So maybe there's some information out there that would provide that option for us. Thank you.
Any other questions? Roll call.
Commissioner Phipps?
Yes.
Commissioner Butler?
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Cox?
Yes.
Mayor Hall?
Yes.
Motion to approve council decision request 2026-2692, awarding the bid in the amount of $83,966 from Bartels Construction, Inc. for the reconstruction of the alley between Charleston and Broadway Avenues from 10th to 11th Streets.
And can we have a second to that motion?
Second.
Mr. Cox.
I'll just say we had several bidders, had 7 bidders exactly, and it came in underneath our estimate. So this is an extremely busy alley. At several businesses there, well, especially the one, the Express Drive-Through Grocery there, constantly cars going through there. So the alley needs a lot of maintenance and needs to get ready. So that's the whole idea behind this, to get that in much better shape than what it is today.
Any other questions? Roll call.
Commissioner Butler?
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Cox?
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps?
Yes.
Mayor Hall?
Yes. Comments by the council, starting with Commissioner Cox.
Thank you, Mayor. 2 things real quick. One for the fire department. Had a conversation I think about a week or so ago with a gentleman who lives down on Champaign Avenue. Had a very scary situation at home with his 5-year-old, fell down the steps, hit his head on concrete and so forth. As you know, if you cut your forehead, you bleed a lot, right? And 5-year-old comes up, there's blood everywhere on this person. And they were pretty shook up. The mom was petrified, as you can imagine. Instead of calling the ambulance, they put him in the car, came here to Station 1, went downstairs. Crews took care of him, transported him out to the hospital. He said the guys were fantastic, the way they handled the 5-year-old and the mom. So wanted to pass that along. Don't know who the crew was that night, but he showed me some pictures, and it was, I can imagine as a parent being, that's pretty scary. So great job on the crews downstairs. And then for the police department, had a, you all may have seen the photo of the officer helping a citizen with their car that ran out of gas, and they were pushing it. The officer was helping push it into the gas station. Don't know who that officer was, but had a few people send me a message saying, that's fantastic. We appreciate that work. And they wanted to pass along, and I agree, pass along the thanks and good job to the officer and to all the officers who, they all do those types of things. It just doesn't always get caught on somebody's phone and passed along. But,
Yeah, that was Sam's son, so
was it?
we can't give him too much credit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the little things that we don't see every day, but it happens every day. So yeah, it's kind of cool to, I like the background music on that little video too.
Yeah. So great job, both departments.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Okay. Commissioner Phipps?
Just a couple things. Well done tonight, Chief, on your presentations to the responders. Always good to see. Alex, great, and Kyle, great job on the TIF. And also to all the community partners involved with that long-time project. So looking for good things to come there. Also the Housing Committee too. Housing Committee was involved with that, I'm sure, quite a bit. Had the opportunity to join the discussion at Lake Paradise with Mr. Clark's staff out there, and Heather last Wednesday, trying to resurrect some of the positive activities out of Lake Paradise and help with the just the overall environment out there, and also the water situation. So just appreciated being involved with that. So that's all I have for tonight, Mayor.
Okay. Any question? Go next, Commissioner Butler.
I don't have anything.
Nothing? Okay. Mr. Clausen?
Thank you, Mayor. We have recognized, good job, Jeff, and all the responders. Several good points that Commissioner Cox has brought about police, but this is also National Public Works Appreciation Week of May 17th through the 23rd. And I just want to recognize the Public Works employees of the city of Mattoon. They do an excellent job. I know when we ran in 21 and 25, we told the public that would sit out there every day, everybody somehow, some way uses Public Works. Simple thing, turning on water, to having their streets swept, snow removal, just several things. So we have an outstanding department, and as we do all departments in the city. So just want to recognize Public Works and all they do for the infrastructure of this town.
Very good. Commissioner Clausen, I understand the mayor helped you out with some lawn or lawnmower.
It was a tutorial, if you will. I didn't know that, self-propelled mower, you had to hold the second bar. I didn't know that. It's a joke. No, I knew that.
No, he didn't.
But I didn't know. I called it a gasoline filter. It's actually a fuel filter. You asked me where the spark plug was, and I go, somewhere. So, yeah. So, thanks for throwing me on the bus here.
Okay. I don't really have anything else. I had to get that in, so.
He did.
Yeah. Okay, so next on the agenda, I move we go into a recess, what did I say, recess, to close session pursuant to Illinois Open Meeting Act for the purpose of discussion of the appointment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the city or legal counsel for the city under 5 ALCS 120 2C1, collective negotiating matters between the city of Mattoon and its employees or their representatives, or deliberation concerning salary schedules for one or more classes of employees under 5 ILCS 120 2C2, and the setting of a price for sale or lease of property owned by the public body under 5 ILCS 120 2C6. Can I have a second to that motion?
Second.
Commissioner Cox? All in favor? Or you do that.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Commissioner Butler.
Yes.
Yes, and we don't know when we're going to get back in here from executive session. And we're not going to take any action when we do get back in. So you can stay though to hear us adjourn if you like, or you can leave anytime you want.
Thank you all.
Thank you all for coming.
Appreciate you.
At this time, I'm going to pause.
Okay. I'm sure you did. You've been sure. It's been Tuesday. Life's been different. It's been good to see you. I get myself in your phone. I got my son last week.
All right, we're back.
Anybody out there?
Anybody want to adjourn?
Right. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I'd make a motion we adjourn.
Anybody like to second that?
Second.
Lawson? Let's, any discussion?
Mr. Lawnmower Man, second.
Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Phipps?
Yes.
Commissioner Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Clausen?
Yes.
Mayor Hall?
Yes, meeting adjourned.